guys, welcome. I'm Joe.
I'm Patrick.
And today we're going to talk about the Doom closed beta. So on Thursday, the Doom beta came out to everybody who got to play the alpha.
And the people who pre-ordered.
Yeah, and the people who pre-ordered. So we actually got to talk about it this time. When we got to play it back in October, we couldn't even talk about anything we saw or did or anything. I mean, we could go, hey, we played Doom, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So
it was the same build that they had at QuickCon for
yeah.
anyone that was actually there.
So this time we actually get to talk about it and give you some of our opinions about it.
There's 2 game modes that are available in the beta. You get Team Deathmatch, which is normal team. You have teams and you have a deathmatch.
And
pretty self-explanatory.
And then you also get Warpath, which is basically like, zones, except in this one the zone is like on a big belt that goes all the way around the level, and the zone moves constantly throughout the whole level, which is kind of cool.
It only moves if your team is getting captured it, though. If you have teammates in it, it starts moving along, which fits all of your team in one little clump.
And it makes it kind of hard because you actually have to go. You have to have guys who are strategically plan it around it, so that way if somebody comes in and starts attacking the guys in it, they can pick them off. But one good place, rocket or gauze cannon right in the middle of it, everybody's dead.
It's not. I don't think it's that much fun.
It's all right. It's all right.
I get bored chasing a glowing oval around. It's a big glowing oval. I'm gonna go stand in it in the middle of nowhere and get shot.
That is true. That is true. And so those are the 2 game types we got. And Infernal.
Infernal is the new level that wasn't in the alphas.
Yes, and then Heatwave was in the alpha, and it was also at QuakeCon. So if you're at QuakeCon, you got to play that. There are 7 guns this time. There were 6 last time. I think the new one from the alpha.
7 standard guns.
7 standard guns. There's also the Gauss cannon.
There's a Gauss.
Gauss.
I say Gauss probably because it sounds neater.
I call it a railgun. It looks like a big railgun.
It's like a big railgun. It's a one-hit kill sort of weapon.
So you got the heavy assault rifle, which is your basic standard machine gun. You've got your plasma rifle, which if you've played, you know that.
And yeah.
Lightning gun, the standard rocket launcher. The cool thing about the rocket launcher is you don't have an alternate fire, but after you fire it, you can click the alternate fire and it explodes it wherever it is.
You can detonate it while it's in flight.
Right. And what gun do you like?
Oh, I like the Vortex rifle. Well, for long range. It's a medium kind of damage weapon, but if you zoom with your alternate fire, it charges up, and with a full charge, you can take someone down in 2 hits.
Yeah, and it's almost like a sniper rifle.
Yeah, the catch is once you get a full charge, you shoot out a laser sight.
Yes.
So now people know.
Then you just see a red line going across the screen. You're like, well, there's a sniper on the right, so I'm not going that way.
It discourages you from staying in one place for more than one shot.
And then there's this new gun called the static rifle. The static rifle it's interesting. It's hard to use. I mean, I'm sure you could master it, but you have to keep moving, and the more you move, the stronger the gun gets. And you'll see a little meter that's slowly going around, and once it hits the top, you got like a super shot. So you don't sit still. It keeps you from camping.
Yeah, I can't use it.
I'm not good at all. I'm not good at it at all. I die pretty much instantly.
I die a lot if I use it.
Most of the guns, all the guns have an alternate fire. And then there's the demon, which is a big power up.
You get the demon rune.
The demon rune. And so far in the beta, it's just the Revenant.
The Revenant.
And
we've seen in the trailers that the Mancubus and the Baron of Hell are also going to be available in demon runes.
Yes, I can't tell you anybody else, but that'd be cool if you could be a Cacodemon just flying around shooting things, man. That'd be kind of cool to be a Cacodemon.
Yeah, when we first saw the trailers, it was only deathmatch stuff or multiplayer, and then we'd see a Mancubus on a team. So
we just assumed that's what it's going to be like.
And in the beta, whenever you pick your weapon loadout, you pick your demon, which right now the only one available is the Revenant.
The Revenant.
So there's bound to be more.
They really like their Revenant, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
So, being all that said, we love this game. We can't wait for it to come out. May 13th could not be here soon enough.
Surprisingly polished for a beta.
Very polished, very polished.
I haven't had many major problems.
I've had a few crashes, but that's just to come to find out that it doesn't like Microsoft Essentials. So get rid of that and you're good.
So I'm sure they'll be fixing that.
Yeah.
That's
So, here's our list of stuff we don't like about it.
We do have some problems that are fundamental, built into the game kind of issues that we don't think would be changed inherently through beta testing.
And a lot of it has to do with our history with Doom and Quake. So as a multiplayer game, Quake 3 is pretty much amazing. Quake Live, which is a new version of Quake 3, has come along, and
It's the standard for arena shooters, really.
yeah, it's the standard. I mean, when you go, that's what you're expecting to play when you play first-person. What do they call it?
It's an arena shooter. It's not a tactical game.
No, the stupid esports.
They
Esports.
don't do Quake Live, do they?
Do they not?
I don't think so.
Isn't QuakeCon considered an esport?
No.
Whatever.
They just do CS:GO and crap like that.
So Doom probably will never make it.
It's not. It doesn't have that balanced competitive thing going on. There's certain imbalancing things that are there for fun. Interesting. Yeah. We got sidetracked. Where were we? Where we were. What were we talking about? Oh, Quake's the standard.
Yes. So yes, Quake is the standard when playing pretty much any first-person shooter in a competitive
Like
mode.
multiplayer.
So you know you've gotten used to that super fast running around, blowing the shit out of everything,
Yeah.
and no loadouts.
Loadouts.
That's his biggest issue with the new Doom, and I kind of get where you're coming from. I mean, I understand because I mean, when you play like Quake, you want everybody to start with the same gun, and everybody runs to the guns and gets the good guns because then you have a fair balance.
That adds to the strategy, and part of the feeling of the game is the arms race.
Right.
Everyone, like, if you're good with a railgun, there'd be 2 or 3 people in the match that want the railgun. So you're fighting with those guys trying to guard that area for when it pops up, or if someone has one, you want to shoot them down so you can get it. They've kind of taken that away. That's not an available feature. You get preset loadouts. You can do custom loadouts where you pick a primary and secondary weapon and a throwing weapon. Or a teleporter. It's still something you throw.
It's still something you throw.
The only items that you pick up, aside from armor and health and ammo, is the Gauss cannon shows up and the Demon Rune shows up. And you see that happen with those, like you would in Quake Live or something, or the old Doom games when you play with your 3 friends, that people will kind of hover around those areas and wait for them to show up. And then you'll go after whoever gets it because you want the power-up or you want the weapon. I'd like to see that with everything. I'd like to see everyone start off with the heavy machine gun, and then you've got to go find the weapon you want, and you make do until you get there.
That was something else we kind of, that's another thing that people, you can tell when they're waiting for the stuff to spawn, because there's these things in this one that are like power-ups. They're kind of like in Halo.
They call them hacks.
They call them hacks, but it's just like in Halo where you got the packs that you could buy or whatever. But so far, this one doesn't look like they're going to do any microtransactions, and if they do, I'm going to be very pissed.
You just earn these hacks through playing. If your team wins, then you get a whole bunch, 2 or 3 different hacks that you
Right.
can load out next time you play.
So there's ones like double XP or extra XP. I don't know if it's double.
Or kind of like the burner cards in
Yeah, kind of like the
Titanfall.
burner cards in
Same kind of idea.
Titanfall. You got Power Up Seeker, where it has like, it tells you where the power ups are going to be, like the Demon Rune and stuff like that. And then it has like a 2-minute clock above it, which
It shows you how long before they show up again.
yeah, and the normal people don't get to see that, only if you have that power up. So that's how you know the people who have that power up, because they're sitting there waiting. And then there's double armor,
Double armor.
stuff like that. So there's just a bunch of different little power ups, and I'm sure we're going to see way more when
There's
that
power
comes out.
ones. There's like a vengeance one. So whoever kills you the last round is
They're bright red.
bright red. You can see them through walls. You can follow them down, track them down.
Another issue we have is with the armor. When you get to a level, you unlock different pieces of armor, and instead of unlike other games where you get a whole set of armor or something like that, you unlock like a right arm or a left leg
For
or
visual customization.
which is cool. But I'm all like, we can only get to level 15 in the beta, so we're like stuck with what we have.
I've got one arm of armor that I really like, but I only got one arm. I didn't
Yeah.
get the other one, so I just look stupid if I use it. Running around with 8 different pieces of armor on.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And speaking of armor, where's Doom Guy? The guy kind of looks like Doom Guy, but he
I hope we
doesn't.
see him. I hope we do.
I hope we see him. I mean, maybe it's because he kind of resembles Halo Master Chief,
Maybe.
kinda. So maybe they're
That's a
trying to
good point.
stir away from that, so that way people won't be like, "Oh, you're ripping off Halo." They're like, well, technically he was first, so Halo ripped him
Well,
off.
they did the. Oh, you'll have one up here. They did the cover for the box, and then everyone complained about it looking generic. So.
Oh, the Space Marine
the
walking.
Space Marine.
Yeah, and maybe that's it.
And Doom Guy really was kind of a generic looking character.
But he came out in the mid '90s when
Yeah.
stuff was still real new.
Everything
and
was
fresh.
new back then.
To us, we were like, "That's amazing!" So it's all like, Well, and also the cover of the original Doom is the dude sitting there kicking a imp, shooting him in the face, and that wasn't anywhere in the game at all.
They got voted in as the alternate cover.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's very similar to that. So when you get
that.
your game, if you don't like the cover, you can take the cover sleeve out and flip it inside out. You have a different cover.
Yeah, so you had the original kind of Doom.
It's original inspired.
Yeah, it's original inspired. It's a new version of the
He's
Doom
on top of the pile of bodies, like shooting down.
If you're wondering why he's doing that, it's because the taunts.
You can make your guy do that.
You can make your guy taunt, which I get it.
It's funny to, make odd gestures, do pelvic thrusts at the guy after you kill him. The problem is, okay, that taunt in particular, he goes, boom, 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 and he does it 2 or 3 times, and you can't stop. So you're just a standing target, waiting for someone to shoot you while you act like a jackass over the person you just
I actually
killed.
got shot because I was across the way and I made my guy, he's all, hey, I'm right here.
Oh, I saw that.
He's all, I was like,
you died, and then I killed the guy that shot you.
well, I guess that's what's going to happen there.
Yeah, so you have taunts. They're not just quick gestures. Some of them take 2-3 seconds, and that's enough to get you killed.
Yeah, especially in a fast-paced shooter like that.
Which is kind of funny. But it's one of those things that online, it's ridiculous. And you're like, why the hell would they put that in there? But then if you think, well, if I'm playing with 6 or 8 of my friends in a private match, that would be pretty fun.
That would be fun.
Just to sit here make rude gestures at people.
Being on the Quake 3 thing also, though, is the speed of the game. Yes, it's faster than most first-person shooters that are out right now, but it doesn't have that Quake 3 just running as fast as you can. This guy just feels like he's at a brisk walk. Like a good jog, maybe. He doesn't feel like he's like, oh my god, I'm about to get eaten by demons. He's just, I'm going to kick some ass and just go on. That's my only thing. I just feel like it needs to be a little quicker.
It's fast for a modern first-person shooter.
Right.
I mean, the couple of people I know that are, Modern Warfare guys played this and they're like, oh my god, it's so fast. But
people like
But
me,
if you compare it to Quake, it's turned back a couple of notches.
Right,
And it may
exactly.
be to make those people make it more adjustable for the.
and maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're trying to help get the Call of Duty people and go, hey, are you tired of playing the same fucking game every year? I mean, have you seen it now? Now they're doing Whip and Nene on the freaking game. You can make your guy do that as a taunt. I mean, and you can make the guys have like crazy colors and I'm all like, that's just stupid. It looks like somebody took Splatoon and said, hey, let's make Call of Duty Splatoon.
Oh god.
So I think this is what the first-person shooter online matches needed. We needed a good
Arcade shooter.
shooter where it's
you
fast.
jump in, you run around, you shoot everything that moves. It's not the same color as you. 'Cause
Right.
It's not on your team. And if you shoot your own team, I don't think it really hurts them that much.
I don't think they're in the betas anyway. I don't think there's friendly damage. It's really interesting though because you're red and blue, but when you die,
You're always blue, regardless of which team you're on. Have you ever noticed that?
But when you die, it shows their custom armor on the picture.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Instead of it just going, this guy killed you, it shows a picture of that
It shows
guy.
you who killed you.
I can't wait to do some free-for-all matches and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
our opinion is, if the game is anywhere like the beta is, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. May 13th could not be here soon enough, and
Yeah. I don't pre-order games, and after playing the alpha, it was entertaining of enough experience that I was totally prepared to slap down $60 and pre-order games.
I bought 2. I bought the PC and the Xbox, and probably the PS4. So, whatever. It's Doom. I gotta play with all my friends. I'm gonna be playing on PC with him and Xbox and PlayStation with some other people. So, alright guys. Well, if you like this, thumbs up. May 13th, we'll be online playing Doom, so get ready to get your ass kicked.
I'm gonna play Doom! Come on, let's get him! You need some lotion.
So yeah, hey guys, thanks for watching our video. If you want to see more of our stupid videos, and we have a lot more coming, subscribe, like. You can check out one of my videos over here, or you can check out his only video.
there?
No. Or you can check out his only video from Many Lost Quarters, where he shows you how many quarters it would take to get through games.
It's boring, but, I'm
It's
lazy,
interesting.
so.
It's neat. Just tell him to make more.
Good point. I need to.
All right, guys. Thanks.